Hey, yeah, here we go. Now it's working. Um, Hold on a second. Oh, there we go. Uh, hey, random guy. It's kind of funny that you're the first to show up. Hey, Cade Herbot. A little tired. I was up all night watching Sovereign Citizen videos. And then slept in a bunch. P59 at 10.0 again. We could do that probably. Hello, CT Center. Um, I do want to take out is this ridiculous thing. I actually killed a guy while in the water, making this the confirmed Chinese Navy right here. What time is it where I live? It's about 3 o'clock or 15 o'clock. I will. Yeah, that's actually the guy I was watching, Donut Operator. I guess the string delay is not too bad, but I am indeed still getting murdered in the J7. Have you? They changed anything in the MiG 15 bis ish? I haven't noticed any differences. Ah, this map. Oh, I guess I did ban some other maps, so I should expect to get this one, but I don't like this map. And I don't like this map for this thing. Which map did I ban? Oh, I banned that one big sandy map because I just don't like it. I like most of the big maps for various reasons, but the was it Sands of something? Uh, it's really annoying because you can't snipe on it because it's full of like a sandy haze. So you have the like so it's not really a big map. It's just a map that you, well, it's not really like a sniping map. Just a big map that you have to drive across, and then you get sniped by someone who in ultra low quality. BTW, you can't break the wings on the CW21. Yes, I know that. I am. Went to a test drive and smacked my wings against some of the other planes and trees, and they did not fall off, though they did break. It will turn black. Yes, see, this is why I don't like this map. It's far too small. Why is this Chinese plastic trash of texture even in game? It's a harsh way of putting it, but it's in game because there is a good amount of Chinese players, and Gaijin knows that they want to see their nation in game. Though China did indeed take part in the Second World War and the Korean War. They invaded New Vietnam. I don't know if they actively assisted. Probably covertly. And they're also part of the world stage in the modern day. So they have a lot of things. Although Gaijin decided to take the route of why even bother trying to model unique Chinese things when we can just make a copy-paste tree. So the engine sound is messed up. If I don't entirely blame you for leaving the game every time this map shows up. It's a really bad map. Well, I don't want to say that. I want to say it's far too small of a map, and Gaijin doesn't get why people don't like it. I guess they did make less small maps, but I don't see. I think it's a house there. He did. This tank isn't too bad. I would take a Zis 30 over it any day, though. Canadian stuff should be in the Brit tree. I would agree with that. Mainly because Canada should not be anywhere near the U.S. We should literally physically move the country. It would be a huge undertaking, but I think the outcome would be worth it. Well, what kind of hard drive are you trying to get? I'm trying to get the cheapest and biggest one I can find. I've taken note that I need storage space for recording videos. I don't need any of them fancy SSDs for speed and all that. It's just for video files. And so it needs to be large and cheap. And I had some in mind, but like there was this one drive on sale. I was like, oh, I could get like 2 of those maybe. They were 4 terabyte drives. They were really cheap. And I was concerned that they're really cheap, so I was like, I'll think over it. And then the sale ended, and now they're not as cheap anymore. Although the M3A3 is really good. Well, it's basically just a M3A2, but it looks different slightly. Make an axis minor tree. I want to be against that. Can we cut a line between U.S. and Canada and include California? Did he shoot both of these guys in the engine? Also, Yugo Tree is basically Italian and German stuff. I know Yugoslavia had a few of their own vehicles. Or at least they modified some existing vehicles. Like there's a Sherman with a 122. There was a T-55 with a M18 turrets. I don't know why either, so... It's an I go. Those aren't too common. Okay. Somehow my turret front got damaged. Or my... I feel so mean killing this thing. It's like a 1929 tank. Oh! Almost got his turret. Let's end this by just taking out a bomber and then dying and losing all my spawn points. Texas is just California too. I can say that because I'm Texan. Still don't get mad at me. You killed a Dicker Max with the M3A3? Not bad. Play the Hunter F1 Javelin today. I don't have I don't have many British jets. I'm sorry. Actually, I don't have any British jets. I'm sorry about that. Demolish. I did demolish a few F5s in the J7 though. Is that a... No, it's not a KV1. It's not about to be nothing real quick here. I'm about to be nothing. Oh, come on. Hits. Forgot how much terrible flight model says. Whatever. I was trying to get out of that game. Yeah. Let's invite these goobers. Filthy degenerates, where you at? They're all on my Discord. What was really fun is I was playing Chinese aircraft, and I got into a match that was it was China and Russia against Japan, and it was like, oh, it's historically accurate, mostly. There was a few MiGs flying around, but hey, did you notice the ninja nerf on the Type 98? They took out 2 of its missiles without even posting to the changelog. I'm not too surprised. Alright. Hey, Getchy. But Gaijin doesn't do a lot of them changes in the changelog without notifying anyone. It's really annoying. Well, here's the thing: is the Swift, it has air-to-air missiles in the CDK. Like, They're modeled and everything. But for some reason, Gaijin just didn't give it to them. I don't get it. So I'm hoping, hopefully by next patch or sooner, ideally, but most likely by next patch, which may be soon than we think, it should get its missiles. Something I noticed yesterday was I was trying to play the T2, but I was getting MiG-19 T2 versus MiG-19 T2 games. Yeah, Gaijin gave a little buff to the MiG-19 and made it insanely good. I'm not very good at jets, so I can't really comment on how good it is. Because my voice just cracked there. Oh my god. I think I need some water though. But I have a feeling it's a. Oh yeah, there was a it was Fly Daily made a tweet or something of him hovering in the MiG-19. Like he was able to use the engine to hover for a tiny bit. Why can't you buy new premiums in? Oh, because I don't know. For some reason, the Gaijin has yet to update the PlayStation Store with the new premiums, which means the PlayStation players can't use the Chinese vehicles. I I need to look through the farm, see if I can find a reason why. I don't know. Maybe Gaijin refuses to acknowledge the existence of the PlayStation Store. I don't know where that guy's going, but. Oh, they got my transmission. I knew that staying there was a bad idea. How bad is 1.91 on a scale of 1 to 10? Part of me wants to go back, part doesn't. Okay, so as patches go, it's kind of missing some, like, I don't know, I was disappointed by a lot of parts of it or aspects of it. But I also have been entertained by a few others. I like the addition of a Chinese tree, although I do not like how Gaijin did it. I like the addition of the Mach 2 jets, although I don't know if the game was really ready for that kind of stuff. I don't like the addition of 10.0 premiums, helicopter or not. I don't really play helicopters at all, so. Excuse me. So I'd give it like a 4. Because I'm really disappointed that Gaijin didn't try with the Chinese tree. There's so many cool things that they could have added. It is indeed a massive mess, because upon some of the disappointing content, there's a good few bugs and interesting decisions. I think most of are all happy for the map maker, no, not map maker, but the map filter though. Like that was a good thing. Like for some reason the big okay, the big boat thing. This guy right here. When swimming, you can't use your binoculars. A bug probably prior existed, or existed prior. All right. Don't say the W word, PG. And don't message me on Steam when I'm streaming. Hello there. Most of the matches I have of and hey, a new member, perk you up. Thanks for joining, man. You should get some emojis a lot with the membership thingy. I need to change that sound effect to ah, what's that? Oh. Get out of here, Getchy. I perk you up. I notice you. Oh yeah, the sound effects. They're cool, but I think they're improperly applied in many places. It seems sometimes when you're flying around that you hear an airplane in this wrong spot. Like it'll sound like it's above you, but it's below you. It'll sound like it's from your left, but it's to your right. Another one? Oh. And I was on a roll seal clubbing. Lino, I do not speak Chinese, so I can't say that. Yugoslavia modified one M3A3 with a 20mm flak. I think I've seen a picture of that. Flak 38. I can't pronounce German. And an anti-aircraft gun, as well as a 75 pack. I think I've seen some of those. Prop sound effects distort me pretty bad. I'm gonna take an airplane out. I know, but we're winning, and I'm gonna put my my trust in my teammates. This is all on you, Foxy and Foxtrot. I'm in a Fox squad. I had a dream when I was driving Tiger 2. I drove around, and behind me, 16 enemy ASU 57s came around the corner, but didn't kill me. Instead, followed me. It's an interesting dream. Maybe it means something. Like you're about to, I don't know. I just feel kind of being sniping small tanks with 50 cals. I was grinding. Oh, actually, no, I was trying to get kills in the M8, so I can make a video about it. And I got killed in the M8. So I took out an airplane so I could use up spawn points to get back to a new match with the M8. And I end up killing like 3 guys with the 150 cal that pea shooter has, and then some Russian got really upset at me for destroying the team. Oh, Nani. Oh, I almost got him. Not doing so well in the 50s. I was hoping there was more airplanes up so I can do some awesome dogfighting. Well, I think we won this match. I wonder if I could land on the field. Noble Brit, your message was retracted. What tier are you going? This is tier 2 right now. We're gonna do aircraft, so I don't know. Kind of depends on what Foxy had, because he wanted to do an aircraft match. See, oh, there he is. It sounds like he was coming from above me, but he was just right there. I think the P66, it seems it could WEP for a very long period of time, but also it doesn't seem like it has it has very poor low energy performance. Oh. Yeah, sure. I would go there, so I'm just gonna. $1.7. Oh. 2.7. I don't think I have a. Actually, I do have a 2.7. No, not you. Get out of here, Steel Clubber. There we go. Very nice, PG. Very, very mature of you. Alright. China always plays with Russia from what I've seen. I can never join, never play with Japan. Yeah, I believe China has been counted as an Axis team. China joined with allied teams and Russia. So you can't get it with Japan or Germany or Italy. I don't know. I spelled that wrong again. Oops, I didn't want to do that. 1% dying. I've been practicing British helicopters, so 99% dodging bullets. 1%. That's kind of what helicopters are. Yugoslavia had a tech tip A T-34-85 with the turret of a small, more round. It's armed with two MGs, MG42s, and a Browning 50 cal. Interesting. One thing that hasn't changed: British Germans can't play together. It's because British and Germans are mortal enemies, decreed by Gaijin. Alright, let's go. Though I don't know if this team is going to work up. CT, what are you doing in the U.S.? Oops. See if I missed anything when I was... Didn't they fix the M4A4 first PTG front armor plate? The turret ring is 50... Turret ring 50K goes right through the 76 gun back. Oh, what? I haven't had to... I played it like once. I haven't had any issues with it, so I can't say if the tank's fixed or not. First up the Tiananmen Square tree are you? I am just rank 2. I do also have the yeah, I just got in the rank 2 on the airplanes too. Almost rank 4. I want to get this thing and then I'll focus on tanks for a while. I also want to get in here. I can fly this thing out. Spits on their bouquet. Why are the French and British mortal enemies? Alright. Cancel. Britain cannot play with Italy, Germany. Time for Texas getting here. All right. That means you're up, PG. I'm not going to bring back Cancer Chat. Every time I do that, it's a terrible idea. Spits in their wine. Oh wait. Yeah, the Yugoslavia had a M4 with a 122. I would join at 2.7. Well, there's a spot open, so. It needs to be a commie plane. Like, what was the idea behind the T-55 with the M8 turret? Like, the M8 turret has no armor, so it would just be pointless to put on a T-55. But it's absolutely not nice, not so nice words. Hurry up and ready up, PG. Jesus. What are we doing? We are waiting for you to ready up in a 2.7 aircraft. Anybody also experienced the bug where you cannot use thermal sights? Um, I have not bothered to play top tier tanks, mainly because I have a feeling that I'm going to not enjoy the being sniped across the map. That's not what I wanted. Oops. All right, let's give this mess a try. Introduces thermals and night vision. Cannot use them on day maps. Has no night maps. Well, there's some night battles. Yeah, right here. They got dedicated night battles for 8.0 to 10.0. And I think thermals actually work during the day, which can get annoying. I finally reached and bought the F4 Phantom after 2 days of grinding and played 20 matches. But only got a total of 4 kills. I have no idea how. What? Okay, so from what I can understand, is for the faster jets, you want big boom and zoom at high altitude. Because the slower, smaller jets will be able to outturn you. So you want to just go fast all the time and boom and zoom. And then get bombs and just bomb everything till you have all the modifications. You know what's funny is I'm getting constant mixed battles earlier when I was just playing alone, only China. But Have a little interesting mix-up, and nope. I'll give it like 3 or 4 minutes. Gunpowder is impossible to use at high speeds. I bet its aim is off a bit. I have no idea how to play top tier jets. Just go fast. Night vision doesn't work during the day on the Falcon and doesn't work at night. Doesn't work either sight binos. Only third. What? That's weird. I love Q Thunder. It's my favorite game. So what do you think we'll see in 1.94? Well, they don't do even numbers, so it'd be 1.93. I think we're going to see Mach 2 jets for most of the other nations. They'll probably forget about Japan like they usually do. I think we'll see more Chinese tanks and aircraft. All the things marked soon. I have a feeling those aren't going to be like the Reggiani planes. I kind of like this map. Great Britain won't get a Mach 2 jet, that's true. It's a mixed match anyways, what? I think US will get some more OP stuff. Only thing about this update is sounds and night vision. After you get Phantom and MiG-21 unlocked and spaded, there isn't much anymore. Well, there's also the map filter, which is great. I jammed my airsoft eagle. Harrier. Harrier would be a pretty good addition. It's a cool jet. They would have to get the functionality for it to hover, but I want some low tier tanks. I would really love to get some like really weird looking low tier tanks. That's why I'm kind of into the idea of a Yugoslavia tree, because I think they have a lot of really weird looking low tier tanks. However, knowing Gaijin just decided to go copy paste with China, I'm most likely just go copy paste with Yugoslavia if they did a tree for them. I feel like I'm doing something wrong because everyone else is going to the side. I went the other way. I want to see modern aircraft carriers. No, you're going to land your F4 on a World War II carrier, and you're going to like it. I would like to see P-35. You know what I'd like to see is actually one of the P-47C. The one with the, I forgot what they're called, the Razorbacks. Those are cool. Give the Q5. Do you think between Heli and April Fool's event that VTOL is being worked on? No, not really. I don't think so. I think if they're planning to work on it, they will do it. Like, I think the April Fool's event was more or less just an April Fool's event. If we were going to lead to something, I think we'd have seen it by now. Would love to see a Swedish texture. They had a lot of cool stuff. Yeah, wouldn't be against it. They had some pretty weird designs. I love when they get some weird designs. I needed a hair to put the reserve planes on. I would love the VJ-101. Did that thing have missiles? I thought it was just a test bed. I know! The game was better with the mouse. I'm very disappointed they removed it. Is that a Russian P-40? I guess they should have some more modern vehicles in the loading screen, because there are some modern vehicles in the game, but... When are they getting fire and forget air-to-air missiles? Honestly, I don't know. Give me Bofors and IKEA. I don't know if this guy sees me. My god, can I really not? Alright, there you go. Nope. A mosquito. I hate mosquitoes. A Chinese mosquito. Oh, it looks like we get up tiered, I guess. So many P-40s. You get US ones, Chinese ones, Russian ones. Although I do want the H-81. I have all the other P-40s in the game except for that one. We need the 155 Mark III the Mark F3 self-propelled howitzer. I have Oh, so good luck grinding the mouse. It was a Foxtrot actually. He got a 5 kill game in the earlier. No, the thing is the mouse wasn't necessarily a bad tank. You could do things in it, but it just didn't stand a chance against the 8.7 premiums that Gaijin kept adding to the game because those things are overpowered. But against the most other 7.7 and even some 8.7 tanks, it could handle itself. They only added the Type 75 to fill the empty Japanese tree. They did, however, it does give leeway to add other howitzers out there. What I'm really hoping for is the I don't remember what it's called, but it's a U-40 with a 155 turret or a gun, and the barrel is really long. Oof. Moonshine Raiders. Nice, sir. I still, I'll still sit back and wait for my Space Cat Jaguar. Literally down to the mouse to 7.3, and everything would be fine. There'd be like I think Russia would have a hard time against it, but everyone else would be able to penetrate it. So yeah, will they ever add World War II vehicles again? I think we'll get every once in a while we'll get 1 or 2 World War II vehicles. Um, but I think most of the focus is going to unfortunately be on top tier. Get that. Get that. Oh. Uh. Get that. Because I want to use this thing for ground pounding and air battles. With the Panther 2 we have in game, I think you could justify as real as the E100. However, the E100, I think the situation with that is that like the chassis was built and there was parts to make the rest of it, but it was never finished. All right, looks like we're doing it again. The ad with the Osprey 2 100% realistic and wanted every they wanted exit and wanted and existed everything. Well, here's the thing: is the Osprey 2. If they just added it, I wouldn't be too much against it because it's a pretty good 5.7 spag. However, replacing, say, a paper tank with the Osprey 2, that replacing a paper tank with the Osprey 2 would like trying to replace a paper tank with something else that has no photos of it existing and might as well be paper is it's little difference, and it's stupid that they were trying to like if you wanted to add a 6.7 spag, why not just a like I know the duster is garbage, but Gaijin states that it's supposed to be 6.7. So why not just add that thing? Like everybody knows it exists. There, you don't need to go look up some ancient documents to find out its performance too. The M56 Scorpion. Is a modernized Civil War cannon. Changed my mind. I see your point there. M24 at 5.0 can kill USSR tanks. M24 is pretty good. I think I saw for a quick bit the M4A1 with the 75 at 5.0. Oh, there was for the quickest period of time. I don't think I have the photo anymore. There was a it was when the N1K1 was added. Not the N1K2, but the N1K1 was added when the server first went live. In simulator, it was ranked at 1.3 or something, or 1.7. They quickly fixed it. I doubt anyone was ever actually able to get into a 1.7 game with the aircraft, but I don't know, this is really funny playing. R3T106, I just... A car with a gun changed my mind. It is a car with a gun. Wasn't there a M24 with a longer barrel and still in service? Maybe. It might have been a Brazilian thingy. Brazil did some weird things with that. I think the world will end with a quad 103 cannons. I don't want that in game. That would murder everything. I do want that in game. You guys should please give. It's the only way to balance 7.0. Oh wait, somebody brought up the E100 before. I can't think it. I have it, and it's just unplayable in ground RB, but economic and gameplay wise, it costs 32 to repair. Ooh, 32,000. Indonesia. There's some pretty impoverished countries out there that still like, I think, what is it? North Korea. They had a color photo that went around of they were like practicing using a T-34 75 or 76. But also they actively use these like their post Second World War props. It was used as a trainer, but North Korea actively uses this. Their most like most used aircraft. They have like I think like 12 usable jets that would be a threat to a country. They wouldn't be much of a threat to U.S. modern jets. Maybe if the pilots were skilled, but there's a Chaffee with a 60mm HVS gun of the AU Belt B. Give me Toyota with 155. You gotta get Toyota with recoilless rifle, or even better, no, it's a Toyota with the BMP-1 turrets. What about the Norwegian M24 Chaffee with the 90mm gun? Gaijin Plox, Norway tree. Oh yeah, I've seen the AMX-30 with the nuke launcher. Okay, so China is defending the British Isle. So China, Russia, Japan, and France are defending Britain from the U.S., U.S., Russia, China, Germany, and Britain. You think because an upgrade on the tank that had it? Yeah, actually, I saw. I think I showed a picture actually in one of my videos of a Panther. Was it G? Yeah, well, a Panther with the night vision set up. I think we just get a bug Gaijin bunch and then they'll add it. You guys think Sweden Tree will be next? I think Sweden Tree will be next. The Strav 103 would be hella fun. Well, maybe for the person playing it. They could legit add the FV433 Abbott for Britain. All they had to do is copy paste this Striker chassis and add a 155. Fires a 16.1 kilogram projectile. These. Read game chat. I did read game chat. The reason why I'm not flying with the squad is because I am getting distracted. Night vision such low BRs aren't that useful since they aren't many night maps. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 3 more tanks I don't care about to get the Type 62. What about the Type 60? Not Type 63. That's the gem of the entire Chinese tree. All you people have been hating on it. How can I say... I can't say that. I'm not going to say that. I'm not even going to try. Thermal top tier. Well, thermal seems like it could be really fun if you have it, but you have to grind for it, so it could be very not fun. There's 7.7 vehicles with thermal. What ones? I need to look into that stuff. Yeah, there would be some 7.7s with thermal. I'm not going to help that Q44. If he dies, he deserves to die. If he dies, he dies. Yeah, STB and Type 74 have thermal, I think. I would see the STB having thermal, which would make it just a little bit even more good. German M60. Does it have thermal? Oh yeah, it does have a big old box on it, doesn't it? are fighters. Oh, this B-34 is itching for a fight though, so. Like, bruh, you're a bomber, not a fighter. Quit chasing that M16. Not M16, but M60. There we go. Just had to waste all of my ammunition. Oh, there's that mosquito that got me last time. God, my water is overheating. First you say Strad, then you say wagon, then and not wagon. Strad wagon. Centurion Mark 10, Vickers MBT, Falcon. Oh, the Vickers MBT has thermal. Gaiju, please give it Sab jets. Sab jets are pretty cool. Isn't one of their first like mock jets, or one of their faster than sound jets, like a big old Delta wing? I'd love that. Oh, he's on fire. I love how messed up this map is. Like, why do the Germans already have bases in Britain? They even have an airfield. They had time to build an airfield. That was a close one. Yeah, see, Japan thought that the Type 74 thought the Type 74 was too good, and in case another country invaded, they want to make sure that their future tanks weren't too OP. You know, we got to have a fair fight, so they removed the thermals. I don't know. Gaijin doesn't know what they're doing. Oh yeah, I was grinding through this thing. Let's get right out this thing. Sab 35 Draken around 2,100 kilometers an hour. Oh, so it's like a Mach 2 thingy. Well, still, it's a cool Delta wing. We need I3 with flame, L3 with flamethrower. The famous M107 self-propelled gun. Do the UK, the British, have a P40? I know they used it. They called it Tomahawk. Because the British, they didn't want to use numbers. They wanted to use names. So they called things like cool names like Tomahawk and Kitty Hawk and all that stuff. I'm still mad how Gaijin made the Type 74G a top tier premium for Japan. I know. What are you even gonna grind in that thing? You get like 3 vehicles. And it's the best part is that they still haven't bothered to even try to look for any other variants of the type, of the STB, which there was quite a few of them, and there's no SCA3, which it would be a great addition to the game as a premium or not. Uh, we don't have any of the STCs. The Type 75 is a lie. It's actually a M109, a self-propelled gun. I believe it uses the same. Well, no, it uses a Japanese design gun, but it's most likely just a copy of a US one. But it's able to fire any type of standard NATO shell, which includes copperheads. So if you wanted to, you could turn it into a very weird ATGM launcher. And that's great for you, Getchy. That's great, but we don't need to hear it. Chair cracking intensifies. Yeah. Well, my old chair broke, and the new chair is kind of just as garbage. I want to get a sponsorship by one of them gaming chair companies to have like a nice gaming chair, so you don't have to listen to this anymore. WTF is that Japanese abomination of anti-tank rocket carrier. Well, it's not an anti-tank rocket carrier. It's just your any old rocket carrier. But Gaijin was like, oh, we can't find any legit Japanese vehicles to add, so let's just give them a bunch of memes. I hate the lags. Yes, I dislike lags as well. Actually, I'm alright. I'm okay with them. Play yaks, not lags. PT-76 heavy transporter from the Frog 3 surface. You know what's great though is the Chinese PT-76. It has no stabilizer. It even has a separate model than the usual one. Sad but drunken is sexy AF. Wait, what should be aborted from existence? Imagine PT-76 being the best tank in the game. It is the best tank in the game. It's 5.3 with 200mm heat FS. You hate Arados? I understand. Why doesn't USA get M60A3? US doesn't get M60A3 because Gaijin needs to be as inconsistent as possible. I want to do a race. For the first race, I can get a CB link. It's nothing but it is indeed nothing but a beam machine. Auto emojis. It's just a flying pancake. You think he's long because you don't play top tier ARB? Oh God, I I don't feel like I should bring a full squad of P-59s in the 10.0. I feel like that is a very bad idea, and it would make people dislike me. You sent me on Discord. All right. Oh, that thing. Isn't that Israeli? Let's see what he sent me. Look at that. It's beautiful. It's a box with a gun. It's a modified Sherman to carry 155 gun. Is one F4 remotely playable now? I don't think they changed anything in the flight model since launch. Interesting being in a Bradley and having seen T90s over pen. Just That's just a dart and now damage to the vehicle. But your best friend now looks like Han Solo after Force Awakens. Alright, we could do some Panther stuff. I don't have the French Panther. It was indeed a Sherman Hall. Is the Tiger? Yeah. Why is the Tiger E 5.7? What? Who makes this decision? I don't have this thing yet. But it would be a good 5.7 spag. Honestly, now I want to know what it looks like when the 120 APFSDS hits a person. I don't want to see. Well, actually, I don't think you would see much afterwards. I think some people in the next town over would see what happens. What if I got real cheeky? No. It's best to stay in the same team. Ultra rare Panther 2. I saw what happens when fur missiles get a hold of a dude that stole a woman's first. I don't remember where this was, but I was watching this video of this dude was at a Denny's. I think it was pretty sure it was a Denny's, and he was like trying to be super macho, and like I don't know, and a dude he like the cop was like, hey, well because he was like messing around with the Denny's staff and being very aggressive, so they call the cops, and then he like starts trying to threaten the cop. The cop has a dog. And he's like, yeah, I'm not scared of you, cop, or your dog. And he starts flexing in front of him. And the cop just lets the dog go. And he's like, well, the dog does what dogs do. Maybe it was on Reddit. I don't remember where I saw that. It was hilarious. Oh, yay, this map. I rode with the fire department yesterday. Ooh, that's gross. A chunk of fat. I don't think it was a donut operator video. Because there's no commentary or anything. It was just that single video. Right, doesn't have a W. The War Crime Panther. Well, it was funny. Is this thing actually didn't count as a war crime because it was never actually used in combat? Because the Americans discovered this isn't an M10 before it could be used in combat, and I think actually they had a plan to tear down the disguise after they had gotten behind enemy lines, and I think that saved them from war crimes. But not in War Thunder. War Thunder, it's total war crime Panther. Although what's also funny is a lot of people will dress up the TV like a German Panther. Oh my god, I don't have smoke. Really? How did that work? Oh, it doesn't feel so good anymore, does it? Oh, maybe you shouldn't have shot me and I wouldn't have shot you. Nah, I would have shot you anyways. AC-57 now has... Yes, I noticed that. Oh, I got another one. Oh, that's a... Oh, come on. Where'd that T3? Oh, from behind us. Okay, let's take out another Panther. If I had smoke, I could smoke out the area, then run out. I've done that before. It's using smoke offensively is the greatest. Hello from Ralph. Hey! Already have the Swift and the Wasp. I wish the Wasp had a torpedo on it. Just for the memes. TD5 is the fastest well-mounted cannon in the world. I guess depends on your definition of fast. But of all the British lines that I actually ground out, I did grind out the British heavy fighter line, so I could get the Swift if I wanted to. And I think I should. Really? That thing is so dumb. Hey, it's a proper vehicle, so. Changing to my German emojis. Oh. I haven't taken this thing out in a while. I actually saw someone with it in toaster mode. How's my German emoji? What is that? Oh. Sketchy, you're terrible. No, get out of here. No, you too. Get out of here. Hey, was that in game or? Ah, knew that was gonna happen. Wagoner. I can't pronounce your name, but thank you very much for subscribing. Now let's take out the Ostwind. Oh, rip Ostwind penetration. Should take the Whirlwind out. I'm gonna try to kill some flyboys. I remember this hill being much steeper. I guess they changed this map a bit. And I bet they didn't write it down in any patch notes either. I do not have the Osman 2 yet. I haven't bothered to grind it. There we go.
Attention to the map. Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
T-26E1 bounces Tiger 2 around at point blank range. Sounds about right.
Attention to the map. Enemy forces have captured a zone. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Yeah. The Zestro 45 would be awesome addition to the game. German spec line after the Kugel. Is that the Whirlwind with the 4 MK1-3s? Because that would be a great addition for killing tanks.
Attention to the map. Attention to the designated grid zone. Attention to the map.
Imagine being stuck to the ground. Imagine not having wings. Ah, M18. unpopular opinion, but I think I know why German has gas shortage towards the end of the war. Is that Chinese M18? Okay, so I can take out 1 billion backups. Yeah, let's take out a backup Panther and go die. I don't want them to try to fix the whirlwind's penetration anymore. What they need to do is get rid of their stupid formulas or fix their stupid formulas. If a tank shell is not performing anywhere near what it historically did, I think something's wrong with your formula.
Attention to the map. Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Oh, come on. I had just clicked the button. For some reason, he lives and I die. Alright, whatever. Jet sounds are amazing. What formulas and clues to help? Okay, so a few months ago, Gaijin decided to do away with penetration data based on, hey, look at that, based on historical documents, and they decided that they're going to make things easier for them, use a formula to justify say what tanks are going to have what penetration. And what this did is, here's a good example in Russia. IS-2 right here, modifications. So here's the first shell. Here's the second shell. If you notice, they have basically the same penetration because they're using a formula based on the weight of the shell, the size of the shell, the velocity of the shell, and how much explosive filler the shell has. And the end result is, well, a lot of shells have similar characteristics, but there's some aspects of the shell that increase penetration that their little formula doesn't take into account. Like, for example, the quality of which the shell was made out of. The harder or softer metals can do a lot for penetration. And as a result, as some shells did like a little bit less than normally did, some other shells, like right here, do all those well, actually, this isn't a good example. But what was a good example, but they removed it, was the shell for the cone. Not this one, but they had a APHE shell that had less penetration than the fuse did to trigger, so it would never trigger its fuse, which just doesn't make any sense. That's obviously not historical or realistic in any sense. But guys just like, oh, but we have a formula now, and it's great. Don't worry about it, comrade. And then they remove the APHE shell, and then they remove the thing, and so you have to get the Brink 2 to unlock the cone head. And it's really dumb. Did you know the 20-inch Mark 16 with M139 ball round can punch through level 3 steel body armor? But well, I would expect was it 20-inch M16 ball round? Okay, so I don't know guns. I know what an M16 is, but I don't know anything else about them. If it's a tank shell, I might understand it a bit better. Let me just check what was bugging me on my phone. Oh, you. Tried to make a post on War Thunder forums about the repair costs in some vehicles being too high and just being used way to balance certain vehicles, and it didn't go approved by the moderators. Aren't exactly the best. What was I gonna do? Oh yeah, 5.7. I'm gonna take this thing because it's dumb. It's also basically useless. It has the same penetration as the IS-2, but no turret. And I never use it. $100K Chinese T for repair cost balance, comrade. They fixed that, unfortunately, or fortunately. It was great when it was there, though. Your phone died? I was having a weird issue the other day where my phone it was not charging. It was like charging really slowly and getting really hot. I turned it off, let it cool down, turned it back on, and the issue's gone. Best feature of 1.91 is binocular sound effect. I really like the binocular sound effect. The what's his name? Stretching. No. All right. What was that meme guy name? Mr. Steve Gamer. He says he doesn't like the binocular sound effect. I disagree with him. So I wasted 2 kge to get boost read. Oh wait, I've got the CBT access for both air and ground China, and yet the tanks not researching. Oh, that's weird. Go yell at Gaijin, and do it on the forum so people can the moderators can get grumpy. Oh yeah, this map's bugged. Some of the cement ground acts like dirt. Does the tank tracking work in RB to help with tracking planes when you was in the Osmond? I don't think so. The Bradley sounds amazing. Oops. I also read some War Thunder posts saying Bino's sound effect is annoying and should be removed. There's a French Panther in here? Oh. I need the French Panther as well. Then I'd have all the Panthers in game. Honestly, I'm not getting much of a sound effect when I open the binos. I know it happens for ships. And I really liked all the sound effects that are going on with ships. With like the German guy screaming German.
Attention to the designated grid zone.
Oops. What?
Attention to the designated grid square.
Oh, it's a Panther too. That makes sense.
We're ahead of the enemy.
We got up tiered. Yay. Alright. Time to take out something stupid and get killed. 1.91 be like, have you ever wanted to research USSR and US tree all over again? Now you can without creating a new account. Wait, it's the USSR. It's USSR, US, and some Japan in there, just for good measure.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
Okay, Panther 2. That's a. I was wondering why my shell wasn't penetrating, but it's all that extra armor.
Attention to the map. We no longer have an advantage.
If you don't want to research China, just don't do it. Keep playing what you do. Yeah, Panther 2 was really good, and then they removed it. Oh, yeah. China does have the best lineups. You can have two T-34-85s, a Hellcat, and a P-47. Oh, don't go out there, CT.
Attention to the map. The enemy's getting closer to victory.
I'm doing terrible this match. It's not the HE-51. It's the what's that thing called again? But yeah, they have a single German aircraft. Which is historical. They did use the thing. It's the one with that can carry bombs, and it's pretty good. Yeah, I'm not gonna hit him. Despite what you might think, this thing isn't actually that good. It's far too open, and it gets murdered easily. I'm not convinced yet. We also added a bunch of new high-tier vehicles that nobody cares about. What are you saying? You want to fix problems with the game that already exist? Who cares? We added new stuff. Yeah, well, okay. One thing they did do is add new jet sound effects that sound amazing. So that it makes me want to play top tier. Although Jets is a complete mess, and the best vehicle is not one of the new ones. So that's kind of, I guess, disappointing. Or not, I don't think it would encourage people to spend money. Especially if they already have it. Oof. Alright, we're all dead, so let's get out of here. Is the MiG-19 currently, again, top? Yes. Um, it seems the MiG-19 performs the best. It's kind of funny. Alright, 6.3. Just take the 44. I don't know how far I've gotten this thing. Yeah, not very far at all. I never use this thing, so let's not use it. Yeah, that seems good. Can't wait to get murdered completely. Oh wait, ooh. Ooh. T44, 122. Well, let's get rid of this thing because it's dumb. There we go. That's a very interesting Russian lineup right there. I hate how part of the War Thunder community just wants to paint the game like it's the worst of all, worst of the worst. There are quite a few good things. However, a lot of the good things that I like about it, Gaijin has not done much with. Like, I really like air battles, but they can get kind of boring, and Gaijin hasn't tried anything to like spice it up a bunch. Like they do, what do you call it? Enduring RB enduring confrontation every once in a while, maybe. Um, some of the maps, like there's a lot of issues that do need to be cleaned up. I'm still playing the game though, so I do enjoy it to that degree. Custom after this game, well, I kind of wanted to, like when CT brought up murderizing in the what do you call it? In the B1 bis or tur B1 tur. I thought maybe that could be some fun, so we might do that. But yeah, custom battle coming up. Any ideas for a custom battle? I can't research anything in China. Why? You have to be in the CBT to research things in China, which involves either buying a pack or doing the challenge or the tasks, which is win 5 games every day for. What is this? All right. Um, yeah, you gotta win 5 battles every day for both air and tank to get in free, or you can just buy one of the pack vehicles. We're not talking about that kind of CBT. Cargo port. It's a all right map. I haven't played it too much. I think there's some spawn sniping issues that it could have, but otherwise it's pretty all right. Oh yeah, China doesn't have any medals. Like, what's the deal, bro? Oh man, I can't wait to hit 10,000 research convertible RP. I definitely have a use for it. Like how I already have this one, but like France gets medals, but no Chinese ones. War Thunder, World of Tanks. I don't enjoy World Tanks, so that's that. I've played it on Xbox many years ago, and I was like, eh. Noble Brit, you don't have the Peb 8. I think that is degenerates like you belong on a cross. That's what I have to say. Gramercy. Hide and seek? Maybe. We could do some normal hide and seek. um World Warships. Okay, so World Warships, I understand why people like it. It's got all the big cool ships and it has balanced functional gameplay. But I really dislike the aesthetic and sound effects of it, like to an intense degree. They annoy me, so I can't play the game. I also don't really like the health bar system, but we have that in War Thunder. T-44 122 is so much fun though. Most likely because Foxy's taken Italy. Italy doesn't line up with Russia, but here's the best tank destroyer in the game. Changed my mind. Oop. Now let me get a more proper bomber. Here we go. You need to use the restroom? Alright, well, you're already ready, so. Are you disinterested because it's France and you're British? What were you guys talking about? Is World of Warships pay to win? I don't play it enough to really say, so. How fun is the T-44 122? It's fun until you have to reload for 30 seconds, and then you die because you were reloading and you can't shoot. There have been cases recently, most of them Soviet. But yes, generally most stuff was free to play, not mistaken. Or I played World of Tanks for 6 years, got everything unlocked. Power creep came in and I left, lol. Don't make me bring stall. Alright. To battle. Who's ready for B-52 spam? Soviet Union wasn't ready. Oh god. Tank size is ridiculous pay to win, especially Sovietry. I've heard that about World of Tanks. They have really overpriced tanks that are much better than the free ones and all that crazy stuff. Spain wasn't ready for B-52 spam. Well, I'll just say that French bread is really good, so fight me. The object 252U and a lot of everything. Speaking of objects, when is Gaijin gonna add the object, was it like 253 or something? The one tank with the 4 tracks that's supposed to survive in a atomic war and all that. Give Type 5 heavy Japan. Well, actually, what I love about see, what's annoying about this map is that the damn right here, that's where the enemy spawn is. We're already at the enemy spawn, and we just captured the C point. Why is the C point so close to the enemy spawn? All right, let's go to cap the B point. Yeah, object 279. Foxy, you have no winter camo. Alright, quit it, Foxy. We got a war to win. Although we basically already won. We really only need CT to actually play the game. Bring E255 War Thunder 2020. What's it? What is that? E25. Oh. I thought I was thinking that E255 is like an E100 with a 255 millimeter cannon on it. Are you guys still going at it? The church has saved you. The only thing is funny is when the Gaijin announced they're removing the Panther 2 because it was mostly paper. A lot of people, and I mean a lot of them, were like, well, they should add the E50 to replace it. But like, did you not hear why they're replacing it? Or they're getting rid of it? I was going to ask if CT needs help, but I know he doesn't. Yes, low-level France. It's a bit of a meme. The E75 would replace the the Tiger 2 105, wasn't it? I'm a little late, but World of Tanks even ruined the competitive league on Xbox. We had different brackets and teams layouts, but they stepped in and were like, no, 7.7 tier only, tier 10 only. Ooh. Would actually love to see the Swiss Panzer 57 and Panther 2 for the Panther 2 lol. Would be getting the Swiss tree anyway. We won't be getting the Swiss tree anyway. It's basically Panther 2 built. Well, why won't we be getting the Swiss tree? I know Switzerland had a lot of interesting designs for aircraft and tanks. I don't know if they had enough, but I know they had some interesting ones. I've seen them. But honestly, what should replace the Panther 2 is just a Leo prototype. There's a billion of them. They have similar firepower, less armor, but it would get people used to the Leopard play type or play style. Yes, run Japanese spag. You too, Italian tank. You cannot defeat me. My side armor is just as good as my frontal armor. I have a machine gun under the sled, I didn't notice. No, he's mine, CT. He's mine. Ah! Wait, no, that was this for guy. Come on, shoot me. Look, juicy side armor. You want to shoot the juicy side armor. I'm so exposed. See, not only is this a problem with map, this tank is just so stupid. Now we're in their spawn. Doing illicit things without their consent. Okay, I'm gonna go get killed. Foxy, how'd you die? That what mattered not I have aircraft. Native versus Warsaw would fix so many problems. No wonder they removed the. Yeah, it's well. See, what happened is they can't up tier it because its guns are too bad, and they can't down tier it because its armor is too good. So you just use it to dunk on noobs. It's my brother right here. This right here is my brother. In the World of Tanks, that's just too arcadish. When you end in the same game as your... were you in that? Hey, there you are. Ha! Masking removed, but the IS-4M and IS-3 remain. Sure, Gaijin. Well, there's here's a an interesting point of view that I don't think Gaijin is taken into account. Is that currently the KV-2 cannot penetrate a majority of the targets that it runs into because it doesn't even have 100 millimeters of penetration. You can do a lot with the HE, but not everything. Upon that, if you're the down tier it would have too much armor. But if you're the up tier it, if it stays where it is, it's not exactly the most competitive vehicle. Upon that, also, this variant of the KV-1 or KV-2 is actually the pre-production prototype or whatever. This is the 1939 version, which didn't see much. The more popular version was the 1940. So you could actually make the same argument they made with the mouse to make with the KV-2 to remove the KV-2. So the real argument, like their arguments are garbage, and I don't know what their real goal was. Add more 8.7 premiums without completely destroying the game. And I wouldn't be surprised if we saw more late war heavy tanks removed. I do also want historical penetrations back. It's kind of fun seeing the new ones, but it's just well, I would, if Gaijin couldn't find penetration data for certain guns that were in game, I'd be fine with them using their formula, but historical documents should override actual penetration. Is there a historical reason for the German G91 and MiG-17 not getting their air-to-air missiles? I believe it was a certain variant of the MiG that would get air-to-air missiles. As for the G91, the reason is because I don't know. They don't have a MiG-17, so I guess that's fair. Alright, good night, CT. But like the AS version was the variant that they've, I think, first put air-to-air missiles on, and that's why this one doesn't have air-to-air missiles. But the Chinese one does. Although I don't think this Chinese one does. Yeah, it doesn't. So yeah, pay to win, that's why. Give KV-2 to China, please. Well, I'm pretty sure China has some ancient documents that prove that they developed it. The Leo L44 has thermals, but not the Leo L... What? Really? Well done, Gaijin. You're like a bastion of good decisions. Proper matchmaking. Not matchmaking. All that good stuff. PE8 versus top tier 8A. Oh yeah, so we're gonna do custom battle now. I have no idea what the custom battle will be. But it won't be on Frozen Pass. The AMX30 Super does. So it does the T55 AM. What in the world is this AULB? AUBL. It's a Italian speedy boy. Hold on. Ooh, we could do a night battle to test thermals. Oh yeah, I forgot. I have this skin for the Panther. I never use it. It's a very cool skin though. But it's like I have the I don't have the winter camo. Never mind then. Car with gun. Yeah, we should do a custom night battle. We could do helicopter hide and seek, but it would be far too easy because most helicopters have thermals now. It is indeed a Thunder League skim. Skim. I like the better one as a drop-down menu. Car with gun needs to be squished. Kirklia. Carpathans. I will, don't worry. No, not Middle East. Cargo map, it has to be. Let's make the weather a little cloudy. Password is QQQQ, as it always is. We will include the French. I'll just leave that as that is. Let's invite these fine young citizens. Hide and seek, but no thermals now. Send me invite when you. Are markers still on? It should be. I don't know. Well, I haven't decided exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do something at night on cargo bay involving thermal sites. I don't have anything unlocked for this at all. I think I played it once. I have no idea what exactly to do, though. If we doing tank stuff, I'm gonna just fly around and make cool noises. The sonic boom sound is amazing. I haven't heard it in a tank yet, so... Thermal vehicles versus speedy boys. Yeah, let's do that. Alright, so the custom battle we're gonna do is thermal sight tanks, so your premium leopards and whatnot, versus speedy boys, which would include the R3s. And I'm pretty sure the R3 with the 20 should be able to penetrate just about any modern battle tank that has thermal sights, because it has some pretty good penetration. Wellies. Alright, let's have like... let me do this real quick. Oop. No, I don't want that. I can super chat myself. Why would I super chat myself? What? I was gonna do it in 2 teams. See, everybody chose the same team, so I'm gonna say, like, let's see how many people we got. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Bradley's on killing team. Yeah. All right. One, two, three. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, see, we have you need to find the room. You could send me a message in game, and then I could just invite you that way. Is it okay for me to go Swift without? All right. Let me repair the tank so I can actually take it out. Oh god, not this bug again. But join in progress and all that is on, so don't worry about not getting in here. Friends list is full. There we go, nice and green. This is arcade. Why is this arcade? Whatever, it allows you the speed boys to go faster. Maybe I chose like an arcade map or something? Engage Nitro. Those jet sounds are just amazing. Let me pull this up. Not that. This one. Something shot me. I could choose more dark and stormy weather to make it harder to see for non-night vision. Do I have it set up? I do not have it set up. What? whatever. I don't think I can do much. I was hoping the teams not to be balanced, but because one team has a huge advantage, the other team does not. Why is it an arcade? Like last time I did a custom battle, I didn't change anything. What? Oh god. Oh god, they're teaming up on me. ASU 57 has night vision. Oh yeah, it does. I forgot about that. See, I don't think the night vision really helps at all. I think it's just a green tint that Gaijin put over the and then they made like certain things illuminate. I don't know, maybe it does help. I haven't seen it help. I know it's kind of funny, but the thing is that the ASU 57 does not have does not reach many night battles. So, what's the password? Password is, as it always is, QQQQ. Yeah, let me write that down by opening the right thing. Oh, that's what I wanted. Okay, so I can't type on the thing. Though no one's saying my stream's dead, so that's good. Got you in the thermals. Oh no. Oh no. The tree. Because I know there's weather effects that make it extremely, like extremely, what's the word? Hard to see. I think that would be more fun to do. You're not a traitor. Should have used. Well, I wanted to show off the new map a bit, but
Der Feind hat einen Artillerieschlag angefordert.
although this map does look it could be used a lot for custom battles because it has a lot of like sniping spots and whatnot. Ah, he got behind something. Oh, come on. He's hunting down a Sherman. Though from playing around with this for a little bit, I can say that the is hide and seek. This is not hide and seek because thermals. Really, we're just running around killing each other. But one team has thermals and modern tanks, another team has not thermals. And there's a dude flying a plane. I kind of want to do helicopter hide and seek, but with thermals on. So it would be like you gotta hide your thermal signature. Maybe we'll do that sometime soon. I only need like 500 more subs for another giveaway stream. Then I'll be at 8,000. I want to get 10 by the end of the year. That's my goal. And at 10,000 subs, I want to do a tournament with prizes and everything. That's so cool. Like those sound effects alone make playing jets actually worth it. It's sure getting a Stuka. Oh, you can turn off your engine to hide from the thermal. I don't know if I have that binded yet. Uh-oh. Oh, you turned your engine off? Yeah, after the once the engine dies, or once the battery dies, it affects turret traverse and a few other things. I think auto letters don't work either, so. We have 3 planes that are starting now. Hey, could you get the Stuka siren to function near me? I want to see how it sounds from a tank's point of view. Be gone, thought. Swift killed him. I have night vision on my plane. You do? What plane are you in? Hmm. There's a visual bug that if you someone with night vision, you get it. What? That's interesting. I was expecting some bugs to follow through with this. Like, I think Curse would have been a better map for this. Not Baloney Sumar. Oh god, get away, get away, get away! No! That was the spag that got me. They're hunting in packs. It's not fair. Ho ho ho. No, come on. Why is there two of you? Oh, there's three of you. I did not hear the Stuka siren. Oh, that was an enjoyable experience for the time being. It would make this map even more awesome if you could go into some of the buildings. Maybe that wouldn't be awesome. Maybe that'd be frustrating. I think it would be cool. So far, I enjoy the map, so it's a positive. You gotta go to bed. Alright, good night. You get your top tier vehicle, 8.0. God, there's too many of them. Oh, geez. Yeah, Bradley would be a real good idea. Whoa. I guess that's going mock right there. I heard the bomb whistle, but no siren. Oh God. Ah, you broke my gun, jerk. Now there's another one. I know. But there's not another one. That's the Bradley missing his targets. Oh, my gun wasn't fixed. Oh, that was a. Oh. That's a good shot. Stop shooting my barrel, jerk. So the thermal isn't very useful in close quarter combat. But does have its uses in long range engagements. I'm right next to a fire. Yeah, chill out, man. It's a custom battle. Oh. Was he the one that I sort of saw? I think he was. I was like, oh, that's nothing. That's not actually a tank. No need to apologize for anything. Yeah, it didn't work, of course not. Ah! Yeah. Well, it's a 8.0 tank with I guess in terms of 8.0, pretty low penetration, but high velocity, good sniper. Does it have night vision? I wonder. I got him. A35B, what? Oh, hello there. For some reason, it didn't make any sounds when he flew over me. Were your engine off? There should be crashing sound effect sounds. It's when a plane does crash into the ground. You gotta move, man. It's a rule of sniping: is take 1 or 2 shots and then get out of there. Especially if you kill someone, they know where you are. They'll either tell their teams or go after you themselves. And it's no longer safe to be there. Even though AUB has a APFSDs round, it should be still not be. Is it at 8.0? Well, the APFSDs round, it's only good for sniping. It's really easy to kill with most spags and stuff like that. What is going on over there? Oh, come on. Ah. Who shot me? You shot me. Oh, he dead. I landed on a highway with a P108. You did? Where? Ah. No, you did. Look at that. Oh, it looks like someone murdered you. I knew that was an enemy. I'm on my way to kill him too.
Our victory is near.
Oh, that's a friendly. I don't understand the chat banning thing. I've said quite a few spicy things over the years I've been playing War Thunder in public chats on the well, I not on the like the global chatting thing, but in matches and whatnot. Many times I've insulted other players, all that stuff. I'm not too heavily insulted their players. I typically don't want to. But I've never gotten chat banned. And yes, it was before I was a content creator, so. I know, I don't get why they cut off the bridge. It would have been a great addition to the game. It's not like you could really snipe off the walls. Again. Aha! Get chat banned once. What was it for? That looks cool. Oh, those rockets look awesome. Oh, the frame skipping is the best part, though. Can you blow up the stationary planes, the passenger ones? You can. Landing on the highway. I did that twice in the in a Mach 2 jet. Land. I wonder if I could land on top of the bridge. Is that worth a buy? Worth a buy, I don't know. I will say that it's pretty good for, if you're good with RP3s, it can be really useful for ground support. They up-tiered it recently. making it 8.0 made it less as good. But if you have like an 8.0 lineup, does Germany have any 8.0 tanks? Well, I guess there are a bunch of 8.7s. It can be pretty useful. But you have to know how to use the RP3s. Which are useful at top tiers. At lower tiers, rank 4 and whatnot, when everyone has lots of armor, they're not as useful. But once you get higher, they become more useful. Ah, I missed with my rocket. Shall we unite and eradicate the whirlwind? Nah, I think I'm just about done with the streaming tonight. It's been about 3 hours, so I have some other things to do, and I want to eat some food. So thank you very much for coming by. I hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, hit the like button. If you didn't like the stream, don't hit the like button. If you want to see more, be sure to hit that subscribe button. I stream every Saturdays. I stream for other events. Plan to make War Thunder Weekly News this week. Actually, I'm gonna make it today, and it's gonna hopefully I can get up by tomorrow night. Besides that, I like make random views throughout the week. I have a few of those planned. So yeah, thank you all for coming by, and it's been a fun stream. People are getting pretty feisty in the chat. All right, see y'all.